Take a look at this. This is the reading and writing fill in the blanks, number 7. And this one right here is the drop down, in case you didn't know. First one right here. Okay, we're looking at linking words. So let me just highlight this. Okay, so this is the part what we're dealing with. This is the sentence. If you look here, there are a lot of clues right here. When we use although, there's got to be 2 sentences. Although plus the sentence, complete sentence, and then another one. Do you see another one? We don't. Althought's out of the question. All right, next. Because this is never okay. We don't start a brand new sentence with because and then comma right after. This is absolutely wrong. So no good. Next, despite. If we have despite, the meaning is very similar to although. However, after despite, no commas. And after despite, we got to have a noun. Never a sentence. We have a comma, makes it wrong. And we have a verb, it's also wrong. Despite's out of here. So, the only one that can go is however. However can go with the comma after and then a complete sentence. It's all good. That's one I would pick. Next. Okay, so if you take a look at these are all variations of verbs. Do you agree? They're all variations of verbs. Continuous tense, past tense, present tense, future tense. When you get something like this, the first thing you do is to check, can we even put a verb in here? Oh, here's a comma. So we're going to stop. Nope, we're going to stop there. And we'll start from here. You see you have another comma? Let's just start from here. Do we have a verb already? And would you agree? Right here, has been criticized. That's a verb. Okay? So if that's a verb, in order for us to put a verb in here, we have to have a linking word before the blank. The and, so, but, because, therefore, furthermore, who, that, or which. Do you see any of those? We don't. We don't see any of those, right? So that means anything that is absolutely a verb is not going to go. And demonstrates, this is present tense, can only be used as present tense. That's out of there. Will demonstrate, that's future tense. It can only be used as a verb for the future. That's out of there. However, the ing and the ed, they can be used as adjectives. This is a reduced adjective clause. So when we have these 2 remaining, the next thing you check to see is if we put an ed here, we want to think it's passive. It's not, but we want to ask ourselves, can this be passive? And if it were passive, the very next word needs to be what? Preposition, right? We're not writing a passive sentence. We're just asking ourselves, can we make a passive sentence with this word here, ed? And is this a preposition? Hell nah, this ain't a preposition. So you can't put the ed. So the answer is ing. All right, this is called the reduced adjective clause. The tutorial's already on the website. Next. Now we're dealing with vocabulary, okay? So when we're dealing with, this is a collocation. What kind of rates? Decay rates, decomposition rates, atomization rates, rotting rates. All right, so rotting is more of a spoken word. Decay is the noun, basically, or it can be also the verb. But the scientific or collocation word or collocation words is this, decomposition rates. All right, so if you didn't know, now you know. There's no grammar that I can explain here. These 2 words just go together, decomposition rates. All right, so when you have a fruit, vegetable, meat, anything that decomposes, that's what it's called, decomposition rate. Next, we have, it's also a collocation. Okay, they're dealing with vocabulary and collocation here. Habitat for, so when you're looking at the word habitat right away, suitability. Because a habitat is suitable for living. That's what a habitat is, right? So when you see habitat, suitability, those 2 words just go good together. Again, when you're dealing with the collocations, there's no specific rule that I can actually explain for you, just showing you that these words go good together. These are called collocations. And then lastly here, same thing. They're dealing with either verb, vocabulary, or these are all verbs, or collocation. And if you take a look here, done. If you just look here, spread of purple leaf loose strips. I don't know what this is, but whatever it is, it shouldn't be positive. It should be negative, because this is the spread of something, and they fail to. What would you like to do to something that is spreading, something negative, right? We just recently, or maybe we're still dealing with that shit right now. What do we want to do with something negative that's spreading? I hope you're saying stop. Now, you might think defer, but defer is temporarily, temporarily, pause. That's usually related to school, okay? This right here, curb, means stop. For example, for those of you that drive, when you park your car, right, when you turn in on the street and you park your car, what do you park it next to? The curb. Curb means to stop. This is a collocation as well. Failed to curb something. You failed to stop something. All right, so the first two we had grammar rules to explain. The other three were all collocations. Hopefully that made sense.